In today's class, we will study about tax planning. There are various methods in which tax can be paid. Those are like tax avoidance, tax evasion, tax management, tax planning with the reference to financial management decisions, capital structure, intercorporate dividend and transfer, dividend policy, and bonus shares. So these are few important things what we are going to discuss in today's lecture. First of all, introduction. The main goal of every taxpayer, right? Here spelling that every goal you see is to avoid the minimum tax liability. Whatever tax liability is there, to avoid that, they are going for these different methods. Those are like tax planning, tax avoidance, and tax evasion. These are three important methods involved in the total tax methods. It is well said that a taxpayer is not expected to arrange his affairs in such a manner to pay maximum tax, right? But the question, what method he obtains for tax planning, tax avoidance, and tax evasion, that is very important, right? The law has given you legal permission to reduce your tax legally. That is what we call as tax planning, right? So you have to pay a maximum tax and you can reduce your minimum number of income by legal planning, right? So that is the tax planning we'll see in the next slides. Okay, the next slide, as I told, is about tax planning. What is tax planning? Tax planning involves planning in order to avail all exemptions, deductions, and rebates provided in the Act. The income tax law itself provides for various methods for tax planning, right? This is the legal method where you can reduce your tax by deductions, by exemptions, and by rebates, which are available to a person. With the help of those exemptions, deductions, and rebate, a person legally can reduce or plan the tax. Investment in securities are there. Interest on such in securities is fully exempt. Exemption under section 10A, 10B, 10BA, residential status of a person, choice of accounting system, choice of organization. These are the various things. Legally, he can plan for tax, he can reduce his income to pay less amount of tax liability, right? This is the legal method which is permitted by law. So tax planning is done. Short-term tax planning is done for saving the tax. Long-term tax planning is done for shares given to son or a spouse. Like if shares has been given to son, means to the daughter or a son, to children or to spouse, there also tax planning will be done. Similarly, permissive tax planning for different tax concessions where different rates are there, different types of tax are there. So their permissive tax planning will be done. Similarly, purposive tax planning is done where correct selection of investment is required. Which particular investment you are going to select, on the basis of that selection of investment also, to select the correct investment, purposive tax planning will be done by a person. But overall, tax planning is must and should by every assessee in the assessment year, right? And if you don't do tax planning, either you will pay more taxes to the government or to the authorities, but government has allowed you to reduce your income by using exemptions or deductions. Now, what is tax evasion? When any individual makes false claims to reduce his total income or by not providing any information regarding his total income, then it is called as tax evasion, right? So in this, what happens is, by doing so, his tax liability is reduced and it will result in less tax being paid by him. In tax evasion, you will show the false claims, the claims which are not existing. Those claims will be told to the tax authorities and you will try to reduce your total income. So total income was some 40 lakhs, your total income. Now there were some actual claims and there were some claims which were false claims, which were not existed at all. So you will show those false claims also and you will try to reduce your income. So such type of tax method which you are doing is tax evasion, and this is not permitted by law. So the tax evasion, a person reduces his total income. He will reduce his total income by not recording sales made by him. He will record the sales in some different register, and he will not show that sales to the tax authorities. So by this, what happens? His total income will get reduced, which is not a correct way. This is tax evasion he has done. It is not tax planning. Similarly, by not recording, claiming bad debts or losses which were never occurred, so he will claim bad debts, or he will claim the losses which were not even happened. Even after that, he is claiming that he has suffered from bad debts, or he has suffered from losses. So which is also a kind of tax evasion. He is claiming for false things. Making personal expenses as business expenses. He is spending money for himself, right? Those should be treated as drawings, right? If any amount is spent for personal expenses, as the accounting rule is what? Those are treated as drawings. But to avoid tax, what he will do? He will show those drawings also as a business expenditures. Salary he has taken, salary to the proprietor, right? Or he has paid the rent of his house. In fact, house rent is not a business expenditure. He has included in the income statements, profit and loss account. In that case, such kind of things if he is doing, that is a tax evasion. Then claiming false donations made under different selections like ATG. He has not done any donations, but he will claim. He will show some false receipts, some receipts which are outdated or false receipts, and he will try to claim deductions under section ATG for the donations, notified donations. Even that is tax evasion. Then similarly, by not showing capital gains, he will not show capital gains at all. Only he will show the revenue receipts and revenue expenditure, and he will keep P&L account in front of the tax authorities. But he has got capital gains, long-term gains. By selling the capital assets, he has got that capital gain. That is hidden. He is not showing to the tax authorities. So if he is doing that, that is also a tax evasion. Then by not showing income for binomial transactions, or we call it as Benami transactions also. That means those transactions which do not have any name, or such transactions are there which are like we call in business, where you don't have any name for it. We generally take those things as some appropriation, P&L appropriation account, right? Or P&L adjustment account. We try to adjust those things. So here the Benami transactions are those where he has done certain transaction, either purchases or sales, right? Purchase of building has been done, sales has been done, lot of sales are there, but those transactions are hidden again, right? Those are Benami transactions, and he is hiding that in a separate register, separate book he has kept. So if he is doing that, he is hiding something, means that is also tax evasion. By showing excessive salary paid, right? This is common in every organization, or many organizations they follow this method, where to avoid the tax, they will do tax evasion by showing excess salary. Suppose for the month April or May, they are paying some salary of 2 lakh for 1 month, right? Salary actually they will be paying 2 lakh only, but to show to the tax authorities, they will be showing double, 4 lakh, right? Everything will be fake. Salary payment, they will show it as fake. Salary statement preparation will be fake. Salary slip also will be fake. If such thing is also done, it will also amount as tax evasion, which is not a legal and a proper way to calculate your tax, right? Now third is tax avoidance. This is the third method. First was tax planning, which is a legal right method. Second was tax evasion, right? You will show false record to the authorities. But tax avoidance is what? Tax avoidance means reducing your tax liability without breaking any law. In this, an individual looks for loopholes. He will find out the loopholes. He will find out where he can do it in the law, and makes most of those loopholes to reduce the tax liability, right? And the tax avoidance, you satisfy all the provision of law, but in the same time you reduce your tax liability too, right? So to do tax avoidance, the person has to find out the loopholes in the accounting, loopholes in the tax system. Those loopholes will be found, and after that, the all satisfaction will be made for all provision of law. Whatever law is telling, those all things will be satisfied. But the thing is that your tax liability will get reduced. Such a method where neither you are breaking any rules, but you are reducing your tax also by finding the loopholes. The difference in tax avoidance and planning is that in tax planning, you will follow whatever law is telling, according to that, you will go. Law is telling you that this exemptions are there, this deductions are there, this is the rebate. So you will follow those same thing. But in tax avoidance, apart from that, you will find out the loopholes, right? You will find out where you can do something which will make your tax liability very less, which will reduce your tax liability. So that type of thing is called as tax avoidance. Okay, see, if you see about tax avoidance, in some extent, tax avoidance is permitted. But beyond the level, tax avoidance is also not permitted. If anybody is doing any tax avoidance, right, to do that, first of all, he requires a lot of knowledge. Generally, a common person who doesn't have a knowledge of tax, who doesn't have knowledge of deductions or exemption and rebate, they can't do tax avoidance. When you go in detail, you will come to know that these are the loopholes in the tax. And due to that, you can see every year government will be changing the tax laws. It is not like tax will be same entire for 4 years or 5 years. No, that will not happen, right? Tax is changing year after year, every year. What tax rates are there today, next year that rates will not be there. They will change those rules. The reason is, there are two reasons. First is, the tax are made as per the budget, what government is planning, and what expenditure they have collected in the current year, right? Income they have collected in the current year, and what expenditure they have paid. On the basis of that, tax is decided. Second is, if they don't change these rules, people will try to find out the loopholes, right? If they try to find out the loopholes, the thing what will happen is that the payment, or the government will not get the exact and right amount of payment in tax law.